What if John F. Kennedy survived the assassination attempt on November 22, 1963? One bullet missed its mark, one moment rewrote history. What happens next? Would America be stronger, or would hidden forces rise to take him down another way? Would Vietnam have ended before it began, or would the Cold War have taken an unexpected turn? And most importantly, would the Kennedy dynasty have shaped the next half-century? Let's dive into the alternate futures of JFK's survival. 6 possible paths that could have reshaped the world forever. The 1964 election. Would JFK have won? Kennedy was popular, but his re-election wasn't guaranteed. His administration faced challenges. Civil rights movement. His bill was stalled in Congress. Would he have pushed harder or delayed it? Vietnam War. Would he have escalated or withdrawn? Scandals. His affairs and alleged mob ties could have surfaced, affecting public trust. Some historians believe JFK would have defeated Barry Goldwater, but with a narrower margin than Johnson's landslide victory. Alternate outcomes. JFK wins but struggles. His injuries and political challenges might have weakened his second term, leading to less legislative success. JFK loses. If his survival had exposed scandals or weakened his leadership, Goldwater or another Republican might have won. JFK steps down. If his injuries were severe, he might have chosen not to run, leading to a different Democratic nominee. Would JFK's survival have secured his second term, or would it have led to political instability? Vietnam. Would JFK have avoided war? JFK was skeptical of full-scale war. He had doubts about US involvement in Vietnam. Would he have pulled out? Some believe he planned a gradual withdrawal, avoiding the escalation Johnson pursued. Or would pressure have forced his hand? The Cold War mindset may have pushed him toward intervention anyway. If JFK had ended US involvement, the Vietnam War would have never defined the 1960s, avoiding protests, casualties, and political turmoil. JFK withdraws. The US avoids Vietnam, leading to a different Cold War strategy. JFK escalates. If Cold War tensions remained high, he might have increased military presence, leading to a longer war. A negotiated peace. JFK might have brokered a diplomatic solution, preventing full-scale war. Would JFK's survival have changed America's role in Vietnam? Or would the war have happened anyway? Civil rights. Would progress have slowed? JFK supported civil rights, but his bill was stuck in Congress. LBJ used JFK's death to push it through. Without that emotional leverage, would it have passed in 1964? Would segregation have lasted longer? A delayed Civil Rights Act could have prolonged racial tensions in America. JFK's survival might have slowed civil rights progress, making the 1960s even more turbulent. Alternate outcomes. JFK pushes civil rights harder. His survival strengthens his resolve, leading to earlier progress. JFK delays civil rights. Without LBJ's aggressive push, the bill takes longer to pass. A different civil rights movement. Without JFK's assassination, the movement's momentum might have shifted, leading to different leaders and strategies. Would JFK's survival have helped or hindered civil rights progress? The Cold War. Would nuclear tensions have eased? JFK and Khrushchev had back-channel talks. Could they have avoided future crises? Would the space race have intensified? JFK wanted a joint US-Soviet moon mission. Would it have happened? Could détente have come earlier? A second JFK term would have reduced Cold War hostilities sooner. Without JFK's assassination, the Cold War's trajectory could have been less confrontational. Alternate outcomes. JFK strengthens diplomacy. His survival leads to earlier leave talks, reducing nuclear tensions. JFK escalates Cold War. If Soviet aggression increased, JFK might have taken a harder stance, leading to more conflicts. A different space race. JFK's survival might have changed NASA's priorities, leading to joint missions or faster advancements. Would JFK's survival have changed the Cold War? Or would tensions have remained the same? Future presidencies. Who would have followed JFK? Would LBJ have ever become president? Without JFK's death, Johnson's influence might have faded. Would Nixon have won in 1968? Without Vietnam and civil unrest, Nixon's rise to power may have been delayed or prevented. Would the Kennedy dynasty have continued? Could Robert Kennedy have followed his brother into the White House? JFK's survival could have reshaped the entire political landscape of the late 20th century. Alternate outcomes. JFK serves 2 terms, then RFK wins. The Kennedy dynasty continues, shaping US politics for decades. JFK's survival weakens Democrats. If his second term struggled, Republicans might have gained power earlier. A completely different political landscape. Without JFK's assassination, future elections might have taken a different course. Would JFK's survival have changed America's leadership, or would history have followed a similar path? Would America be different today? No Vietnam War. A less divided nation in the 1960s. Delayed civil rights. Would racial tensions have lasted longer? A different Cold War. Could US-Soviet relations have softened sooner? A Kennedy dynasty. Would JFK's survival have changed future elections? What do you think? Would JFK's survival have changed history forever? Drop your theory in the comments. Like, comment and subscribe for more speculative storytelling.